My name is Karma. I have taken over Beth. Rah, 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 rah. Today, I'm going to talk about Karma's story of how I got her. So, I wanted a kitten. I asked people I live with if it was okay to get a kitten, and they said yes, because they already had a cat flap, so that wouldn't be a problem. So I was looking around on the websites, in the magazines, or whatever, like newspapers, for kittens for sale. I found so many. One person I was going to go to and get a kitten, they turned around on the day and said you can't, because I was looking for a boy, because I thought boy animals were easier to look after, because I had 2 dogs when I lived with my parents. But they said I couldn't have him because he turned ill for some reason and he was going to the vet, and it would be a long process. So I felt a bit down. I was like, I really wanted a kitten, but I kept waiting and looking, and eventually, yeah, Karma, come here. She's mowing at me. I think she's hungry. I'm gonna go feed her. I'll be right back. Anyway, she's eating now, so she's pretty happy. So I kept looking, and I basically kind of gave up. And then someone contacted me and was like, "We've seen your email and we've got your phone call. And we've got some for sale." The boys, they wanted to sell for £100, and I was like, "Well, I'm not paying £100 for a kitten. I could get one way cheaper." But they were selling girls for, I think it was £40 or £50, so I was like, okay, that's a bit better, I'll get one of those. And they insisted on delivering it to my house, so I was like, okay. Little did I know, I should have gone to see the parents first, seen the kittens and picked one out that was healthy, which was a big mistake. So I got home from work. About an hour or 2 later, they arrived with the kitten, and I was just overjoyed. She was so tiny. I'll have a picture and I'll add it in how small she was. Basically, she could fit in my hand, and I have pretty small hands. So it was a bit weird to start with. I've never had to look after anything on my own before. I've obviously looked after my parents' dogs, but that was not on my own full-time sort of thing. So it was pretty fun. She seemed a bit sleepy all the time. She was sleeping a lot, so I kind of asked my parents. I was like, look, a kitten's supposed to sleep all the time. I know cats do, but I thought kittens were supposed to be manic sort of thing. And I booked an appointment to see the vet, because obviously she'd need a checkup, because I bought her, and then she'd need to have her first jab. So I took her to the vets, and they said she was alright. I explained to her, I'm sorry for this graphic information, she had really watery stool. Literally, it just came out like muddy water. That's all I can explain it like. Obviously, it's not mud. But and it was smelly, and there was a bit of blood in it, and I was like, oh no, what has happened? I was like, maybe kittens have that. So I spoke to them, and they said, yeah, you know, it should get better. She's probably stressed because she's just moved into a new environment. She's not with her brothers and sisters anymore, or her mum. So I contacted and they said maybe it's because their food's changed, because you have to kind of integrate them into their food. So I contacted the people that sold me her and said, what food do you feed her? Because I took her to the vet, and they said to put her on the food that she had. And I explained that she had an upset stomach and everything, and that she was really underweight. And then they told me, because I had the same, it turns out that I was feeding her the same food that they were feeding anyway. I was feeding them Whiskers, which the vet told me was like giving a baby McDonald's. It's very rich and full of crap that they don't need really. They should be eating bland food. So they then told me, oh, it might be because her mum died or wasn't well, so she wasn't feeding her litter. So I was like, alright, how was she being fed then? A different cat was feeding them, but this other cat also had a litter, so she was only giving them the leftovers. So it explains why, what's going on with my hair, it explains why she was very underweight. So a few weeks passed. The vet couldn't give me the 9-week injection yet because one, she wasn't 9 weeks, and two, because she was very unwell. So I was just so worried. They sold me special vet food, and she really responded well to that. It like firmed up a bit, but it wasn't enough. There was still blood in it. So I went back again, and also she had a temperature, really high temperature. So I was like, oh no, I've been sold an ill kitten. And I was just thinking, I don't know if my heart can take it. If I've been attached to this kitten and now she's gonna like get ill and die. So I went back to the vets, and they gave me some more food and her 9-week vaccination. Looking back on it, I don't think she was 8 weeks old when they sold her to me. I think they lied and was just trying to get rid of kittens that their mum had died and the other one wasn't feeding enough. So I just think they were trying to get rid of them. Then, after a few more weeks, her weight started to gain, her temperature went, she could walk properly, bounce around, she was getting more lively. Her stool still was really runny, and it just wasn't what it should be. So I collected a sample in a little pot, took it to the vet just so that they could have a look, and they were like, okay, we could try one more thing, and if this doesn't work, then you're going to have to send off this sample or a sample, and pay like £90 for them to look at it, and it could they said it could come back negative, so it won't solve anything. And I was like, oh crap, 90 quid for someone to look at a piece of crap, just to find out it might be nothing. So we tried the one last thing, and thankfully this worked. They gave me a 7-day supply of antibiotics in tablets. I felt really mean doing this, and these tablets were huge for a little kitten. Her mouth is tiny, so I broke them up into bits. They said try and smash it in with her food, and they give you special like powder to go on the top to kind of like, it was like a medicine powder, but it smelled really meaty, and she liked that. But I only had a few, so I ran out of food. I ran out of powder. Sorry. So she started taking them, ran out of the powder, so I started having to put them in her mouth by hand. She got very angry at me. For that week she didn't want any affection. I don't know if it's because she was ill, and was just fed up. But she wouldn't sit with me, she wouldn't meow at me. When she was a kitten, I've got pictures, I'll show you, she would just sleep here. She would not go anywhere. Even if I stood up, she would hang there. She wouldn't want to be anywhere away from me. So I was a bit worried that she started to not be around me. But yeah, she's fine now. She's had her 12-week jab. She doubled in weight when she had her 12-week jab from when she was 8 weeks old. And I bet she's even probably like 5 times that now. She's huge from what she used to be. And as you can imagine, with the kitten comes toys and accessories. I didn't really buy any accessories. I bought her a collar. I bought her 2 collars because I bought one but it's too big. So I bought a different one and made it smaller. Her carry case. is just a basic plastic case, basically. I got that for £5. That was at the vets. They were selling a second-hand one, and I was like, yeah, £5. I've seen on Amazon they're way more than that. But my favourite thing that I bought her is this strawberry bed. It is adorable. It's so fluffy inside. I don't know if you can see how fluffy it is, but it's so soft. And also this bit, the bottom bit comes out, and somehow, I haven't figured out how. I think it just flattens, so you can take it with you. And I think on the picture it just shows that you could have like just a flat bed. But come on, that doesn't look as impressive as having a strawberry as a bed. She absolutely adores this. If she's a bit chilly, she'll go in here, but at the moment it's been very hot, so she'll just sleep in her other bed, which is just a round piece of fabric basically. Or she'll just pinch my bed and lay on it like she is now. But I also got her some bubbles, which are really cool. They don't pop, and they taste like peach, but to me they smell like peach. Obviously I haven't tasted one, so they're pretty cool. She doesn't really play with those. She just likes to have human interaction. She can climb trees now, which is pretty cool. I've got a picture of that as well. I've bought her a scratching post, and it's got like this little furry ball. She likes wires, like charging cables and stuff like that. And I found that out because the other day I woke up and my phone didn't charge overnight. Realised that she had actually ripped it in half. But not only that, she ripped up my Xbox One headset, the cable, so that stopped working now. I'm having to charge my phone from my Xbox because I haven't managed to buy a new charger yet, and I don't really think I need to if I could take the cable. I think that's all I have to say about her. I'll obviously do an update. I'll post some pictures. If you have any questions or comments, put them below. Follow or subscribe, should I say, sorry. You can add me on Instagram. It's @Bethasaurus. Pictures of her daily on my Instagram. My gaming life, my food, just basically whatever I'm doing. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have fun guys. Bye.